Good morning. I was just getting ready to go to the other place. I thought maybe I'm at the wrong one.
No, you're in the right place. It's 9:59.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My do I look fuzzy? It looks kind of fuzzy. I'm not sure what's going on.
My eyes are kind of fuzzy this morning.
Well, it looks like it reminds me of TVs in the 70s with kind of a static look, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
No, it doesn't really look bad. Your room's a little bit darker in the back than it usually is. So
Yeah, I'm trying that out to help with my glasses not being so reflective. That's something I just read. So I don't know if that could be. Oh, you know what it is? I can see right now that it's not my normal video camera. So we're going to try to my better video camera instead of my probably dirty computer camera.
okay. You're stuck. I can't see you moving.
Am I still stuck?
Yep.
Can you hear me? I'm just stuck.
I can hear you fine, but your picture is
Right.
stuck.
Well, it's always something. We'll see
Okay.
what
Now
happens.
I'm seeing your picture.
Yeah, I'm stopping my video to see if I can start it back up.
Okay. I see some of our girls I haven't seen in a long time.
I know, so excited to see everybody. Can y'all still not see me though?
No, can't see you.
Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, the devil does not want me to be doing things. I can't get your emails. Now y'all can't get my face. We're gonna try.
See your picture.
I know, it's because there I am, and it's clear. Okay.
No, it's stuck.
Oh.
Your face is in a stuck mode.
Oh my goodness.
But your voice is good. I'm gonna get me a drink. You girls talk to her.
Well, I don't know why
At least it's not there you are. At least
well, it's my computer, and usually I have a separate camera that's a little more clear, but if for some reason every time I go to turn it on, it doesn't show me. So we're going to try it one more time, or we're just going to be fuzzy. Yeah, no. I don't know what's going on. It shows that my camera is working, but I can see that I'm not showing up. And so we're going to go to fuzzy, and that'll be on my list of things, along with getting with the person on getting emails back, because it keeps knocking me off. It seriously logs me out, knocks me off, and doesn't allow me to get the emails.
That is weird.
And they keep adding me back, and it'll look like it's working, and then it knocks me off. So I don't know, but So I am Debbie. I see that you are at work and you're not going to be able to talk, but that you can listen. So welcome, welcome. And let's see, Mom just went to get something to drink. Debbie's here. Monica's here. Patty. Patty, I haven't seen you since we had lunch, so it's good to see you.
I know.
And Rose and Christina, welcome. And Patty, welcome. And Jessica, welcome. I think that I have it where I can see everybody. All right. And y'all can see me. I'm just fuzzy because I'm on an old computer. Not an old computer, but I'm going to swipe real quick because usually my computer's dirty and that might make it a little more clear.
Yeah, you're clear to me.
I'm clear to you. Well, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, we'll just go with this one instead of the other one. Well, I would love, because we've got some ladies that are coming in to see what our Exceptional Health Masterclass is all about. And then I invited those of you that have been part of the masterclass in the past. We're going to change things up a little bit, so you'll get to see a little bit of what's going to be new and going on. But Jessica, Patty, Christina, you're welcome to ask any questions either inside of the chat, or you can unmute yourself when I ask for questions and you can share that way. We just want to be able to help you, lead you through this process of what we do on Mondays. But what I would love is, let's start with some wins. Normally on Monday mornings, we start with wins. And this group has not met since before Christmas. And so I would love for us just to share, win. And I'm going to give you all a little hint. If you're like, I don't have any wins, you have a win because you are here live right now. So that is a win. Showing up is a win. When you show up for yourself, you are a winner. So I just want to make sure that everybody realizes we all have wins. Okay. And Mom, you are here on my left. So I'm going to start with you. So we're going in order and I don't forget anybody. So share a win with us on this wonderful Monday morning. Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you.
I've lost 5 pounds since the last 2 weeks, I guess.
Awesome.
Been doing the keto. I was doing really good and I kind of slipped a little bit yesterday. So I don't know if it really showed on the scale or what, but actually I lost 5.6 pounds. And so I'm back down to just 5 pounds. So I'm not going to get discouraged. I know it could be water weight or just a change or whatever. And I'm kind of sinusy this morning. So, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But anyway, so that's good. It's a start. Learning about the keto and learning I can live without sweets, even though there are times that I do want them. The cravings aren't as bad as they were, but I feel like I'm doing good. Went to Brahms yesterday, was probably that I did not eat ice cream. I got a salad, but I got the bad dressing. And I thought, I don't know, good dressing because it probably had sugar or corn syrup or something. So anyway, that's probably my biggest win. And just learning to eat healthier. Been eating, Jackie and I are both, and he's doing it good, eating a lot more vegetables. We're still not eating as many as keto recommends, but we're headed that way. So
awesome.
And he's, as far as I know, at least around the house, because there aren't any sweets or snacks or cookies or Twinkies or any of that in the house.
Awesome. Well, that is a big win. Congratulations on the journey that you're on. And we're here to continue to support you as you go through that. Well, on my little grid, I'm next. So I'm going to say my win before we go to the next person. But I too, in the last 2 weeks, have had no added sugar, no white flour, and have lost, I think this morning it was like 5.6 pounds or something. I do want to say that typically for me, a 5-pound weight loss in a month is good. So the fact that I've done that in 2 weeks, my goal is to maintain that for the rest of my month, the next 2 weeks, not to get aggravated if I don't see a weight loss, because for me, what I have found is a lot of times when the scale isn't showing the weight, I'm losing some inches. So I personally have also measured. So I have something else to look at. But the fact that I've done that in 2 weeks, I am excited. No added sugar. And I feel like I'm eating like a queen. We are enjoying food over here. And my biggest one I'm going to say is every time that I'm a little concerned, like something might come up, like maybe going to Brahms or something like that, things have changed and allowed me I haven't even been out to eat, and I have not even missed it. My friend, we were supposed to have a weekend at a hotel this weekend, and instead my husband ended up going to the hunting cabin. My youngest son needed a driver to get him to a few places. And so she came up here. We cooked, we ate, we talked. We didn't get enough sleep the other night, but everything else, well, we did get our 8 hours of sleep, just not at the right time. But we enjoyed spending time cooking, and we enjoyed our food. And it was so relaxing and non-stressful. And so I think a lot of times, we see things are going to be a certain way, and they don't have to be that way, right? Like, ask if there's another way. Is there another way that I don't have to be stressed out and worried about, whatever. And so it was a great weekend, staycation instead of a hotelation or whatever you want to call it. And we saved a lot of money. So it's all good. Now, Debbie says, since she can't talk, I'm getting my tummy back to where it needs to be. And I found a natural doctor near me. Yay, Debbie. And so thank you for sharing your win, because I think a lot of us have understood tummy issues, and even finding a natural doctor to help support us. So good job. Wonderful win. Monica, you are next. How about a win? And Monica shared a win the other day, so I know she has a win too.
Yeah, I definitely I didn't measure myself. I think I need to do that. Although I can tell too, just by the way that my clothes fit. So, but I have lost weight also, just avoiding it, honestly, and I haven't completely avoided sugar, but I've had more natural sources, I guess, so to speak. And I've really enjoyed what I've been eating. So I don't feel like I'm going without either. And I probably more so though for me is just I like the win of losing weight, but sleeping better, just feeling better, having less aches and pains here and there. I like that part better, honestly. So,
Yeah.
And I'm not moody or super emotional about anything. Just, I think all the other emotional stuff and physical stuff that goes along with avoiding sugar has been the plus for me.
Yeah. And I just want to be clear, y'all, I'm doing no added white sugar or white flour. I am enjoying fruit. I am enjoying, me and my friend, we started out with these little, I call them joyful almonds, because I used to love almond joys. And it's just a date that you split open, you take out the little seed that looks like an almond, take it out, replace it with an almond, cover it with Lily's no sugar added chocolate, dip it in some coconut, y'all. It took us, maybe 5 minutes to heat up the chocolate and do that. And enjoy it. But then we had leftover chocolate. So my friend was like, you know what? I made this recipe for my daughter where you make Girl Scout Samoa cookies. And I'm like, with dates? Like, how do you do that? And she goes, we just toast the coconut, put the dates in the Vitamix, and then just make little cookies out of it. So seriously, it had dates, toasted coconut. So I took the coconut that we had rolled the other chocolate in, stuck it in my toaster oven to toast it, threw it in with some dates in my Vitamix, and we made these little Samoa cookies with drizzled lilies on it. It had 2 ingredients. I still had a little bit of chocolate left, so we threw in some peanut butter and some oatmeal to make no-bake cookies.
Mhm.
And threw that in the freezer, and the kids had, I had one of those too, but the kids had that. So we made 3 little, I think there was 6 of each thing that we made. And had that over a 3-day period. And I still lost 0.6 pounds. I was like, it was a sweet treat. It wasn't something I needed to eat 2 or 3 of. 1 a day was good. And we had fun making them, right? And so I know there's some people that love to cook and to bake and stuff. And y'all, you can have fun without the white flour and the white sugar. I'm just saying. And sometimes it can turn into just creativity. Became our theme. So just know that there's lots of different ways. Mom's doing keto. Monica's doing some things where she's eating the healthy foods, but limiting her sugar. So just know we're here to support you in whatever direction you want to go. But white flour, white sugar is never, ever going to be good for us. It's always going to be toxic for us. So that's one thing that we are going to be talking about on Thursday. So I'll throw that out real quick. Penny, win. We want to hear a win.
I'm here.
Penny showed up. She's here.
I've been trying to think of something, but I got a lot going on. I was gone all weekend and I'm traveling next week. And so I got a lot going on and trying to tie up basketball season. So I'm just going to say my win is I'm here.
Well, that is a big win. Now we just have to know where you're going and if it's fun.
It is fun. I'm going to Florida with my friend Debbie. You know Debbie. For a week. So I'm leaving Saturday and I'll be back the next Saturday. She has a house there. So we're going to go and hang out.
Fun. Well, we'll miss you, but we are so excited for you to be able to have some fun. If you'll just do me a favor.
Okay.
When you're walking on the beach, you go into a beach while you're in Florida?
Yes.
When you're walking on the beach, take a picture of your feet in the sand and send it to me.
Okay.
Martha, I know you're going to Florida this week too. I'm asking the same thing. There's not going to be no FOMO here, no fear of missing out. I just want to see your feet in the sand so I can celebrate with you.
Okay.
All right. Rose, share a win with us.
I'm like Penny, I'm here. And I did not do the detox last week. So I am doing it this week. Today is day 1.
Yay! I'm so excited for you, Rose. So you really have 2 wins because you showed up and you have a plan.
I have a plan.
And that's something we'll be talking about next week. But Rose is already know that having a plan is a good idea to start. And Mondays are always a wonderful time, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are always good times too. So congratulations for having a plan and getting started. So proud of you, Rose. Christina would love to hear a win.
I have had less sugar cravings.
Less sugar cravings are a wonderful win. I love that.
Absolutely. And after our talk last week, I have not felt, I've tried to work on that perception. And so I haven't felt as bad about not having it. I mean, we went out and ate at a Golden Corral, and you know how they have all that dessert and you basically already paid for it. I didn't eat any.
Awesome. And did you feel deprived?
No, I did not.
Good. And I think, I mean, I just know for me, it's when I feel deprived that then I'm like, the whole emotional thing starts, right? So, you know, not having those cravings and not having that feeling of deprivation allows us to make choices, you know, good choices instead of these ones based on our feelings. So that's awesome. Well, congratulations. Martha, how about you? I'd love to hear a win.
Oh,
Oh, we can't hear you. Whatever you said, that was so good. You're muted.
sorry. I was just asking John to turn the volume down for a minute so I can talk because it's my turn. So we had quite a bit of socializing going on as we're getting ready to leave. So I had to make some choices between the sugars. So I was able to say yes to some and no to others. But overall, I think I did really well picking and choosing between that. I definitely have less brain fog and my joints don't hurt as much. Sorry about the dog.
That's okay.
John's going to get her.
It's part of life.
That's Rosie for you. She wanted to say hi to
I'll tell
Shauna.
Rosie hi. Tell her I think of her every time I go to my closet.
Oh, and Yogi doesn't want to be left out either. So anyhow, yeah, less brain fog, joints not hurting as much, and it was a little bit difficult to choose because I was able to make something self that I've never done before. And so I, of course, had to try some, but then I also did share quite a few with other people. So it's a little bit of both, and passed up on birthday cake.
Good. Well, and that's the thing, is finding our wins. Like, y'all, there's always going to be times we're going to partake of something that may not, whether it's salad dressing on our salad because we don't want to eat it without, right? Or I'm not choosing the birthday cake, but I am going to choose this over here. Things are going to be brought before us and we have to make some choices, but finding the wins in those choices instead of just feeling guilty, having the shame, all the negative emotions that a lot of times we connect to the decisions we make, instead of just going, this is what I chose and this is why. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Jessica, I don't know if you are able to talk or if you're able to send us a message inside, but we would love to hear if you've had any wins this last week. And so yeah, share.
I'm driving right now, but I'm here to listen. So this is great. I enjoy a Monday motivation talk. So thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. And your win then is here. You are listening to us and we appreciate that. So have a wonderful time and drive careful while you're listening. Vicki, are you able to talk while you're, I think you're at work, so.
Yeah, I'm at work. Well, my win would be that I'm here and made the decision to start this program and eliminate my sugar. I always know I feel better when I actually eliminate it, but I just don't always keep it up.
Well, you're not alone. There's a lot of us here that are in that same boat. And that's one of the things that we're really going to, like I said, discuss even on Thursday, is why we might want to limit that sugar. Most of us know that we feel better when we're off of it, but for some reason we're still drawn to come back to it, right? And of course, we're just getting off a holiday season, which is probably between Halloween and New Year's. And then if you're like my family that has birthdays right after that, it is probably the hardest time to say no. But we have right here, right now. So we're going to start here and now, and we'll get to Thanksgiving, Christmas and stuff, at the end of the year. But right now we'll concentrate on this. So we are happy to have you here, and happy for your wins. Patty, are you able? I know you put that you lost 2 pounds. She said she's lost 2 pounds with the sugar detox. So Patty, congratulations. For one, for showing up for the sugar detox. And number 2, seeing the result that a lot of times helps us continue making those choices and those decisions. So congrats. And if you would like to say anything else, feel free to open it up and share with us. But I do have that win down. All right, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like I said, I'm mainly listening because I'm multitasking quite a bit here between the dog, my husband, and some other things going on. But yeah, I lost the 2 pounds, and I don't really have a lot of weight to lose, just a few pounds, but a lot of the jiggly, fat. So I was happy with that, and I do feel a lot better when I am off the sugar, and I'm still doing pretty well. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, and here's the thing about a sugar detox. It's not really all about weight loss, even though a lot of us gain weight when we're on sugar. So when we get off of it, it does help. But the purpose behind it is really our health. And one of the things that we've talked about in this Exceptional Health Masterclass is we're working towards a goal. And a lot of times our goal is weight loss. But then when you reach the weight loss, you go back to the old habits, like maybe partaking of sugar again, because you got there. Unfortunately, it's what then leads you back to the same result, right? And so this sugar detox is really, just like Monica said, she's happy about the 5-pound weight loss. I mean, she's not going to say, Lord, can you give it back to me, right? But it's the things that she's feeling right now. And I know Christine is the same way. She's like, I did not have this sugar addiction, this craving that I just have. She doesn't want to be addicted to something like sugar that is not very healthy for us. And unfortunately, no matter how much we weigh, whether we're obese, overweight, average weight, or underweight, sugar can put visceral fat. This is fat that's around our organs that is dangerous for us. They call it skinny fat even. And so, being aware of what sugar does helps us to make better decisions. And again, that's what we're going to spend more on Thursday. I'm going to share my screen right now. And what I'm going to show y'all is what we do inside of our Exceptional Health Masterclass. One of the things we do is we start out on Mondays, like I just showed you, and we talk about our wins, because here's the thing, y'all. If we do not give our brain a reward, okay, our brain is going to find a reward somewhere else. And when we start changing our perception of all the things that I'm not doing right, okay, all the mistakes I made, because we're human, y'all, every single one of us are going to make mistakes. If you think you're not going to make a mistake, then you're going to be disappointed. All right. That is just part of our human nature. But so often we have hundreds of wins that we ignore. Hundreds. If you got out of bed today, that's a win. Okay. If you brushed your teeth, that's a win. If you ate a healthy breakfast, that's a win. If you drank a glass of water, that's a win. Like, there's so many little wins that we have throughout the day. And all we do is at the end of the day, we find the one thing that we did wrong, or the 2 things, or the 3 things, and not the 100 things. So Monday mornings is really about us finding that win, even if it is showing up. Okay. The next thing I'm going to pull up our Exceptional Health Masterclass, and let's see if I can get into the dashboard. One of the things that we do for this masterclass is it's a 10-week training program, but it's done in about 12 weeks, about 3 months, because we take a couple of what we call jump weeks, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But what we do is we set goals, and y'all, sometimes it's a weight goal. Sometimes it's I have up here, it just says your first bingo. We're going to talk about bingo cards in a minute, first bingo blackout, and the completed 10 bingo cards. But what we do is we look at what it is that we want to happen in the next 10 weeks that we can be working towards. Okay. Now, again, a lot of people want weight loss, but to be honest, we don't always have control. We can do all the right things in our body. If it's not in a healing state and able to lose the weight, sometimes we're disappointed if we don't reach that goal. So sometimes it's about finding that thing that is going to help. And if you were in the Fill My Cup retreat, we talked about habits that sometimes we want to change. That can be a goal. A goal can be, I want a new habit. Okay. So we talk about that more in week 1. And by week 2, we have goals set up inside what this is called as Experienceify. This is where our trainings are at. If you decide that you want to participate in our Exceptional Health Masterclass for this session, you will be able to get in here. You'll have a password and everything. And I have you start out with a health assessment. This is just to see where you are right here, right now. So everybody, whether they've been in the masterclass before or they're starting brand new, they will go to this health assessment link, do it, and then they get to click done it. And you get a little bell, okay? And it shows us that we are taking the steps, and it's also a little reward, okay? Because you get points. Now, another thing we have is our Exceptional Health Masterclass Facebook group. So it just asks you to go ahead and click on it to the welcome post and say hello to everybody, introduce yourselves, and then you click that, okay? The next one is only for our new members. And what this is it's a terms and conditions of program. And what this does is it allows you to have the guarantee, which I do have a guarantee to this program. It is dependent on how you are paying on what that looks like. But I ask for all new members to sign that because then you know what the terms and conditions are. And then this is new for everybody. So those of you that have been in the masterclass before, I had just posted this on my Facebook page. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and open this up real quick and share this with y'all. But I think everybody knows what's going on in the world today. And a lot of our freedoms are being taken away, especially when it comes to our health. Okay. And this is something that I have been looking at since 2013. So yes, I am slow. Just want y'all to know, if you are slow like a turtle, the turtle won the race in the book, not the rabbit. Just want you to let you know, if you're like me and you're a turtle, we can still win the race. But in 2013, I learned about this. And I have thought about it and I have gone to it, and y'all, seriously, I have emails from 2013 until 2021. Well, actually 2022 now, because I just emailed them the other day. But I have emails probably every year or every 2 years that I have had this discussion with them and then try to make a decision. And in September, with everything going on in the world, I was like, Shauna, just do it, right? And what this is I'm a licensed professional holistic health provider, okay? And it lets me go anywhere. So as a physical therapist, I'm only licensed in the state of Oklahoma. I'm not licensed anywhere else. This is not a license for me to use my physical therapy skills. So if I was to do physical therapy on you, it'd only be in the state of Oklahoma. But for those of you that know me, there's lots of other things I do other than just physical therapy, and it falls under the holistic health and wellness, okay? And by joining this, we are saying that we want to work together as a community, okay? It gives me the ability to share with you my knowledge, and it gives you the ability to share what's going on with you, with me, and feeling safe and secure about it. Okay. So what you would do is you would go to this, you would click the join the PWA. There's also lots of other holistic providers. So once you're a member of this, you can go to any of those providers and you won't have to fill out the form again. You just fill it out once, but it really is an alliance. I never really even understood, like, church memberships, like what's the purpose of a church membership? When you join a church and are a member, it actually gives you and the church I don't know if I'm saying that word right, legality in a court of law for what you've shared with your clergy and what they have shared with you. Okay. So that's how this works. And if you have received any care from me, you can also write a review. Appreciate that. I know that Martha did that this weekend, so I appreciate it. And then it has some information on here. It is free to you. I pay as a provider for this alliance and this service, and then you can come in and become a client for free. So there is no cost. I think it does say if you want to donate, because they are defending and protecting us here in the world to be able to have the freedom to have holistic care. So if anybody has a question about that, feel free to ask. but that is new. And I need everyone to do it before February 7th if you're going to be in the program. Any questions? Next is this membership site right here. If you will bookmark it, it makes it so much easier to find. So as I'm sharing my screen, you'll see that I have different bookmarks up here, and Experienceify is one of them. You could change it and call it Exceptional Health Masterclass because I'm in Experienceify in two different ways, both as receiving it, that what you're seeing it, plus putting it together. I just have a folder there, but it makes it much easier just to be able to go to it. And here's the thing I found: when we make things easy for us, we're more likely to do it. Okay. You can also put it on your phone as a app, and that allows you to be able to push a button and do that. And I do give directions for that also. And then hopefully after today, all my email issues will be better, but you can also make sure that you allow the email address that I send things out to be whitelisted, meaning that you're saying, hey, I want to get her emails. I don't want this to go to spam. Okay. The next is our Exceptional Health Master Workbook. And so there is a link right here that you can go to this, and you can have the whole workbook that asks all the wonderful questions that go with the training. So I'm going to go ahead and click that real quick. And it's digital, meaning that it's writable. You can write on it. So if you are like me and have notebooks everywhere and you want to do something digitally, you can do that. Of course, it's going in circles because I have so many wonderful tabs up. But if you enjoy things in written form, you can get a workbook that's already printed out, and you would just let me know that you want one, and I will send you whether or not that is in the price of the membership, depending on what membership you get, or if you want to order one and we send it to you. But if you get it in a digital form, it's already in there once you get into Experienceify, and it goes through everything for you right here. Talks about the program, tells you the different weeks. This here is our roadmap to health. So it has everything on here. Like I said, it allows you to digitally market if you don't want to use paper. Okay. Some people like digital, some people like paper. I'm giving you choices. So that is that. Again, if you like easy, who likes easy? I have a Google Calendar. So if you are on Google, you can go to the Google Calendar. So I'm going to pull up my Google Calendar. And I actually went back to October to show you because I have to get everything into my Experienceify for this next session before I can have a new one. But what this allows you to do is on a morning like a Monday morning, you can just come to your calendar, you can click this, and you will see right there is the Zoom and go straight to Zoom. Okay, you don't have to find the email or the text or wherever or on Facebook where it is. It's right here in the calendar. Okay. And then also I have the trainings in there. So I'm going to go ahead on the first Tuesday, which will be next Tuesday. The training is Watch Your Why. And you could go straight to Experienceify and you could find it. Or if you like easy, I like easy, I can go to my calendar and see what I have for the day. And for the day, it's Watch Your Why. And so I can click on it and it's going to take me straight to my Watch Your Why. Okay. And right here, it has the training that I would listen to. Okay. And then after I listen to the training, then I click that I watched the video, and then it tells me exactly where to go in my workbook, whether it's the digital workbook or whether it is the paper workbook. It tells you right there where to go to answer the questions. Okay. So I like easy. I like to use my calendar, but this information is also on, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute so y'all can see me a little better. Something that everyone will receive in the mail as soon as you sign up for this next session. I am waiting for one special thing that Bryce helped me make. So y'all are going to be getting a gift. I'm not telling you what the gift is, but I'll show you the other. But in the mail, you'll receive a nice little pink, so you'll know that it's coming from me. So you'll want to open up your mail. And we have bingo cards each week. Okay. And so on this bingo card that I'll go over in just a minute, what's on it, this is a way for us to visually see what it is that we're doing. Okay. Every session that we have, the bingo card changes a little bit. If you go into the digital workbook, it has a plain one. If you don't like what I've put on here, you can make your own bingo cards. Okay. Some people want to put different stuff on it. That is fine. What I've put on here are things that I have available in our bonus section, which I'll show you in just a minute. That's going to help you on your road to success. Okay. And that is my goal, is to help make things as easy for you to reach your goal, having what you need. Now, Penny is on here. One of the things Penny asked for, I did on the back. Okay, because I have videos, and I'm going to show you those videos in just a minute. But sometimes after you've watched the video once or twice, you know how to do the exercises, and you want quick and easy that you can just turn your bingo card over and you can see what the morning warm up is. So in this case, week 1, it says deep breathing for 2 minutes with the lemon essential oil. Alarm point is the chin, and the affirmation is I am free to move forward. So you don't have to watch a video for that. It's all right here. So Penny, I was listening. All right. So that is the bingo card. But I also have on here that you'll receive, if you're not a Google Calendar kind of person like me, you will have what you need to do for the week. So you can check it off on a paper form. Okay. You'll just have to go to into Experienceify, which will have the password and everything for the Exceptional Health Masterclass 2022, and it'll have right here what to do. Okay. So it says our core strength for week 1 is self-disciplined. The affirmation is I am self-disciplined. The essential oil is lemon. It has Monday group coaching. That's what we're doing right now. Tuesday, training 1, what's your why, which I just showed you. Okay. So this is something that everyone that signs up for this session will be getting in the mail for the 10 weeks. Okay. Plus a little surprise that Bryce and I made that we're super excited about. And you'll get a little folder that you can put it in. Okay. And it's a blank folder so that you can decorate it however you want. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but if anybody has a question so far, feel free to ask. Am I sharing my screen?
Shauna,
Yes.
have you sent, because I just tried to log on to Experience, well, I'm logged into Experienceify. Have you sent us, I apologize if you have, something in an email to sign up for this session?
Well, I did last week, but if anybody sent me an email, I have no way of getting it yet because it knocked me off right after I sent the email again, which is what happened last week. I know that Patty and I had gone back and forth. There was some emails that weren't going through, and for some reason, I'm getting knocked off of my email. And so everyone should have got one because I got one, but if you had emailed me. So Monica, what I'm going to ask of you and everybody else is if you are in for this session, send me a message either as a text or through Facebook Messenger and let me know. And we're going to communicate that way, at least for today until my email. I'm hoping to meet with them. That's my goal, is to meet with them today and see if we can figure this out. Because every time they reset it and then I do it, I send them a message and go, okay, it works. And then I go to check my emails and I've been bumped off again, and they don't know why and I don't know why. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I am happy to sign up and pay our fees or whatever. I just I get a bajillion emails and people are like, well, I emailed you, and I'm like, oh, like I may or may not see it. And but I did log into my Experienceify because I was wanting to look at what you were looking at.
Uh-huh.
But I have the old 2021
Yeah.
exceptional EMHS.
So the plan is that on Thursday, by Thursday, y'all will have, if you've let me know between now and Thursday that you're in, and like I said, we'll discuss the payment and all that. I will be sending you off your little pink envelope, and I will also be sending you your information to get into 2022. I have a meeting on the 2nd, which I think is Wednesday, right? With Experienceify, they've made some changes. So I may make some changes to this 2022. So I don't want to open it up till Thursday until I've done that, which is why I'm just showing the 2021 right now. I am going to show y'all one thing that'll be added for 2022. But you'll get your login and stuff. And if you don't want both to pop up, so you have to decide, am I supposed to click 2021 or 2022? I can turn off 2021 so that way you just see 2022. If that makes sense. And I'll ask that question when you sign up and stuff and get you that. But yeah, if you for today at least will not send me an email and just send me a message and let me know, that would be great. And one of the things I try to do, and this is great that Monica said that, is I know I am the same way. I have hundreds of emails that I, need to go through. A lot of times what I will do is, if you like text, is I will put you on our text so that a way you get the messages. And a lot of times I'll say, I just sent you an email, because the text, I can't put all the information that I can put in an email. So I say, hey, I sent out a text last night, or I just sent out a text a couple of hours ago, or I just sent out just sent out the email. So you know that you can go right then and there. The other thing I do for emails is I put in brackets EHM, so that you know that it's an Exceptional Health Masterclass email. And you can always put in your search that bar, EHM, and it will bring up those. So you don't have to scroll through 100, because that's why I do that for you. So you'll be able to find it. So I can find it too. Any other questions about that part? All right, so I'm going to show y'all, if it'll let me. Okay, I showed you the training, but I'm going to go back to this dashboard just so you can see. And like I said, it's going to look a little bit different for 2022, but it's still going to be similar. Right here, you're going to see the trainings for each week right on your dashboard. This says dashboard up here. Let me scroll back up. If I click dashboard, which is where I'm at, it's going to tell you your next 3 trainings. Okay. And you can click view and you can be able to see it. Okay. I said, instead of having to do that, I go to my Google Calendar and I'm able just to click it and it'll take me straight to right here. So I just want you to realize there's several different ways of doing that. Replays are the same. After we have a class starting like next Monday, the replay goes on here for Monday. So if you're not able to make it live, you can still participate by watching it. Believe me, it's so much easier when you're live. So I understand if you don't watch the replay. One of my goals this session is to just give you some highlights of what was discussed, so you know that if you need to go to that. Okay. It's great to say our wins and hear other people's wins. Sometimes we need that for motivation. And sometimes if we don't have time, I would rather you be taking care of yourself than watching a replay. The replay is available, but it's not mandatory that you watch it. Okay. So you can go to replays to watch that. You can click trainings just to get to trainings. And now I'm going to come to bonuses, because this is the fun part. All right. I look at the trainings as kids that go to school always have math, history, science, all the things. Those are the basics, and the basics are very, very important to have a foundation. Okay. For those that have already gone through the foundation, sometimes they need to hear it again. Y'all, I wrote it, I spoke it, I did it, and I still listen to most of them because I need the reminder. They say we need to hear things at least 7 times to start making a connection and a change. Okay. But if you're like, hey, I got the planning down, you might not need to watch the planning. If you're like, I still have a hard time with the planning, you might need to watch the training. Okay. But the meat of this program is every session we focus on something new. Okay. And so I'm going to share what the newness is going to be in just a minute, but I'm going to show you what we have for our bingo cards, because a lot of us need to have something that we can go to check off. We need something to remind us, and we need a reward, right? And bingo is just one of those things that I found is easy enough, because most people can do 5 things in a day, 3 at least. Okay, sometimes we have to start with 1, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but usually we can do 3 things in a day and work up to 5. So our bingo cards have 5 different things. So I'm going to show you that the bingo card itself, the first thing it says is a morning warm up. Now, y'all, your morning warm up can be whatever you want it to be. You can check off on the bingo morning warm up. I have put together a video that shares a morning warm up that you will know that takes about 5 minutes. Okay, so that you can push a button and you can walk through it, because sometimes, especially if we're in a stress state, we know that we need to do a morning warm up, but we spend 10 minutes trying to figure out what we should be doing for that morning warm up. I don't want you to have to spend time trying to figure it out. If you have one, do it, because now it's a habit. If you don't, you can come here and you can click a button. Okay. And you get to see a morning warm up. This down here is what's on the back of the bingo card, so you don't have to actually go to a phone or a computer to click it. But what you see here is a 5-minute warm up. Good morning. It is our week number 1 morning warm up. Are you ready to get started? So our core strength this week is self-discipline, and our essential oil is lemon. If you don't have lemon, you can grab anything, but I'm going to love myself some lemon this morning. We're going to talk about the emotion left behind. Anybody ever felt left behind? And what we're going to do is we are going to move. Okay. All right. So that is an example of the morning warm up. Now, like I said, this video is like 7.5 minutes to walk you through a 5-minute warm up, because I'm explaining it. So this is great to do on Monday morning. But let's say it's Wednesday and you're like, oh, I know what I need to do. I just need a reminder. You can turn your bingo card over and it's going to walk you through exactly what I've already showed you on this video. Okay. Now, the next thing that we have on the bingo card is exercise. And as a physical therapist, y'all, I know that people a lot of times are like, I just don't have time to exercise. And we have in our mind a lot of times this belief that exercise takes 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. Okay. I could have a patient come in and we could do exercises that was going to make change in their life in a short period of time. Okay. Because we only had so much time to work with them. So we wanted to make sure that we got exercises that's going to help support their bodies. Okay. So what I have here during that morning warm up is 2 minutes of deep breathing. I share an essential oil. And then there is just some little morning warm up exercises just to get your body moving. Okay. So 3 minutes of movement. All right. That's 5 minutes. Then I give you a 3-minute exercise program. Okay. Now I have on your bingo exercise. You can choose anything that you want to do for exercise. But I want you to not have to think, if you're like, I only have a couple minutes to exercise, I don't know what I should do. You can come here and you can click this. Okay. And what you're going to see is 3 minutes of exercises. Now, if you want more, you can click it again and you're going to watch it again, because you can do 2 sets of all these, or you could do 3 sets. So you could actually have 9 minutes of exercise with this 3-minute program. But what I want you to understand is exercise is moving your body. And when you start moving your body, you find that you start moving it more through the day. Okay. So again, this is a 3-minute quick exercise program. It's a short burst of an exercise for 20 seconds. And then you're going to do a low intensity exercise for 1 minute. This is 3 minutes of exercise, y'all. This gets your body moving. This gets your heart rate increasing. This gets your lymphatic system flowing. And this is something anybody can fit in their schedule. 3 minutes, y'all. We can do this. All right. Okay. So in there, I show you 3 minutes of exercise. Again, on the back of the bingo card are those same exercises. So let's say you've watched this video, you know how to do it now. You can just turn over your card and do it on your own. Don't have to think about it. All right. Any questions about that? If you know me very well, you know how important I think walking is. Okay. Y'all, I've been a physical therapist for almost 30 years. I'll be able to say 30 next year, which is hard to believe. I cannot tell you how many people get to a place in their life that they wish they could just be able to walk. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay. The other thing, it's the most functional thing that we can do, and it doesn't cost you any money. So it hits a lot of excuses that a lot of times we can use. Now, I want to share something that I learned last year personally for myself. Now, I taught this to people for a long time. I just didn't put it into action myself. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we say, but we don't necessarily do. It does not matter if you go out and walk for 30 minutes at one time, or if you walk 3 times for 10 minutes. You do what you can do. This is what I learned about myself last year. I was doing this thing called a continuous glucose monitor that I had on me that was checking my glucose and my exercise. And one of the things it had me do in the beginning is 30 minutes of walking every day, and it would read it. And about 20 to 25 minutes was great for me. But after about 25 minutes plus of walking, it started stressing my body out a little bit and actually affected my glucose, which was interesting to learn. But number 2 is then it had me walk after each meal 3 times a day for 10 minutes. I walked 30 minutes a day, but at the end of the day, I walked more steps on those days than I did when I did a 30-minute walk. And I was trying to figure this out because I'm like, it was a pretty big number of steps that I walked more of. And I was like, well, you know what? I have to walk to my room to get my shoes on. I get my shoes on. I walk for 10 minutes. I walk, you know, I take my shoes off. Well, now I'm up. So now I have the energy and the activity that I'm doing something else. And I was just plain more moving than I did on the days that I exercised for walking 30 minutes. Okay. So even if you start with just one 10-minute walk, a second 10-minute walk, and a third 10-minute walk to get your 30 minutes in, it may be exactly what you need. Do not beat yourself up for it. Okay. You're going to find what works for you, but I just want you to know that that is one of, you're going to hear me say it over and over. February 15th to March 15th, we're going to do a 30-day walking challenge of walking 30 minutes. And I will be sharing that in the Fill My Cup retreat group. Every day you will see a walking graphic that's going to remind you to walk, 1. Number 2, it's going to tell you why. Y'all, if you're dealing with joint pain, arthritis, it actually decreases it, right? If you're dealing with depression, it helps decrease it. So things like that I will be sharing. But walking is on here because I want you to be reminded of what it is. Now, some of you are going to replace that with something else. Maybe instead of walking, you're doing yoga. And here's the thing, you're probably going to be walking more to get to wherever it is you're going to do your yoga, right? And maybe you're doing Pilates like Penny. So whatever works for you, you're going to do, but walking is free. Okay. One thing else I want to show on here is we have a place to share comments and to build community. So when you do something, you can come down here. So I put right here on October 5th of last year, my heart's beating faster after those 3 minutes. How about yours? Okay. Because here's the thing, again, we think that we have to do 10, 15, 20 minutes. If you do that 3-minute exercise program, your heart is going to be beating more. And that is actually working your body even longer than the 3 minutes. Okay. I'm going to go back up to bonuses for just a minute. The next thing that you will see on the bingo card is meditation. Okay. Now, meditation means a lot of different things to everybody. So I always like to give my definition of what meditation is. But it's time to focus. Okay. Who finds their brain like ping pong? Boing, 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 boing. I'm not the only one. Good. Okay. Every week in this Exceptional Health Masterclass, we have something we focus on. Okay. Week 1 is self-discipline. Week 2 is love. Okay. It just goes on and on. It is the fruits of the spirit because those are some great things. Who could use a little more patience? Okay. So what I have in here is a meditation each week that focuses on whatever our focus is. Now, you could go to week 2 when it's week 2, and our focus is love. And so I have an unconditional love meditation that you can click on, okay, and be able to do to focus on that. Now, you may want to get your Bible out and just search for all the things about love and read scripture for 10 minutes, and that be your meditation time. Okay. That is a focused time. Maybe you just want to quiet your mind and just spend 10 minutes meditating on your breath, just focusing on your breath and calming things down. You get to decide. On that bingo card, you can mark whatever you want. I give you something every week. So again, that you don't have to go, well, I need to meditate, but what should I meditate on today? And before you know it, you've spent 10 minutes trying to figure out what you're going to do. And that's all the time you had. And now you don't have any time at all to meditate. Okay. So again, I am doing my best to help make this as easy for you and as easy for me. Okay. And then each day you do it, you can mark it off and get a point. Okay. Another thing, and this is what's going to be new, is we're going to be focusing each week on something different to support our bodies nutritionally. Okay. And next week is going to be sugar detox. Those of you that were part of the Fill My Cup, you already got all the free information that I had for you, the sugar detox, but we're going to talk this Thursday. So the Thursday before every week, we're going to talk about the importance of why we might want to eat these foods or not eat specific foods. Okay. So week 1, and I'm just going to stop my share for a minute. Week 1 is going to be sugar detox. So this Thursday, I'm inviting you all, anybody in Fill My Cup, to come and listen to why letting go of sugar is so important and how it has made some changes. Christina just shared by doing it, she found she's not having as many sugar cravings. That's a goal of hers, right? I can share that I've lost 5+ pounds. There's things that happen when we take sugar away that can help inspire others to do the same, right? Rose shared earlier, she hasn't started it yet, but she's starting it this week, right? So that's going to be on week 1. Every week, whatever we learn about will be put into Experienceify. So if you miss the information, you'll be able to go to the replay, okay? Because sometimes we need to know the why before we're willing to do it. And then it's going to have all the information. So I'm going to find this real quick and then share my screen again. Okay. And so you can print it off. I'll have a printable for you each Thursday for the following week that we'll be discussing. Okay. But you'll also be able to go into my website and you'll be able to see a menu plan. So this is the sugar detox menu plan. All right. And it's not all completed because it may change the way it looks a little bit when I meet with my Experienceify guy on Wednesday. But I wanted to show you how this can look. So this was what I did on week 1. I pretty much followed this 100%. Last week, I didn't necessarily do everything the same days because there was some things that we had left over that I started with. But what you can see is I've already put this one in, so I'm going to show you. You can come to this menu plan and you can click on whatever it is for the day, and it's going to take you, if my computer will let me, to that recipe. Okay. So that way you have it right there. You can use your phone, your iPad, or whatever. Or if you're old fashioned and you like paper, because I like paper, you'll be able to print it off. Okay. Same thing. And you'll be able to find the paper that has that same looks just the same. It's just on a piece of paper, and you can keep that in your kitchen. Okay. So again, I'm just making this as easy for us as possible. After time, what will happen is you'll be able to build your own menus and be able to go straight to these different recipes that I have for a reason. And we're going to talk about the different recipes on Thursday of why, when we're trying to get off of sugar, we might want to still have some blueberries, or why avocado is important, or why kale is important. So we're going to talk about some of the things that are inside of these recipes. Okay. I will share with you right now that Valentine's week is going to be heart healthy recipes. Okay. We're going to be supporting our heart, and there will be some treats week to week. And so I have a special treat for everybody that you can make that is still sugar-free, meaning no added sugars to it. And for week 2, week 3 is going to be happy hormones. Who could use some hormone support? Right? So those, we're going to talk about the different foods that can help support our hormone system. If you know my story, that was where my biggest change occurred. It was quite exciting to have some changes made. I did not think my diet could change that, and it did. So we're going to be talking about that on week 3. Week 4 is gut fix. Okay. So the Thursday before week 4, we will be talking about the gut. I'm just going to tell you one thing that's really good for the gut is bone broth. So we will be talking about bone broth that week, but that week, those are the things that we're going to be focusing on. Okay. Week 5 is anti-inflammatory reset. Who deals with inflammation? Okay. If you have excess weight, you have inflammation. If you have joint pain, you have inflammation. If you have headaches, you have inflammation. If you have any symptoms, guess what? You have inflammation, right? So we're going to be going over things that cause inflammation, some of the foods that we as Americans eat, and we're going to talk about some foods we can add to our diet to bring that inflammation down. And then we will have a week off for spring break. That's what we call jump week. That does not mean that everything we've learned we let go of. It means we jump into what we've learned and put it into action on something like spring break week. And my goal is to be in Florida, just letting y'all know that are going to Florida this next week. And then we will come back and we're going to be talking about liver detox. One way we can do a liver detox is master cleanse. Some people may choose to do that. Other people may choose other ways to detox their liver, but that is the week after spring break. And then we're going to be talking about the musculoskeletal system and protein forward, meaning that we are looking at our protein, and there'll be recipes that are going to help support you in adding protein into your diet. And then we are going to have the respiratory system, and we're going to be talking about fasting. Okay. And then we'll have another jump week for Easter. And then after that, it's going to be clean food eating, where we bring all these things that we've learned in those 7 weeks and decide what is supporting us best, how we can make a weekly menu that is going to, where we're not feeling deprived, right? Where we feel like a queen when we're eating, but we're also using that information. So maybe you have like anti-inflammatory reset week and you're like, oh my gosh, that week, my joints felt so much better. I want to start making sure that those foods are in my weekly diet. Okay. Any questions about that? Y'all are being quiet. All right. The last thing on the bingo is says self-care. Starting tomorrow, February 1st, I'm going to be sharing some self-love. That's one way we can take care of ourselves, self-care, right? Every day on my Instagram story. So you can find it there. You can find it in the Fill My Cup retreat, or if you like to get a text that's going to have it because you're not always going to social media to see things. You can text me self-love and get a text daily that's going to share. But I'm just going to give you an example. Day 1 and I have a calendar here. So if y'all are wondering what I'm looking at. So day 1 is the Joy Affirmation, something I've been doing for several years. So I'll be sharing that Joy Affirmation as a self-care technique. Okay. Every day will be something different. I'm excited about day number 9 because I have color, paint, or draw. And up that post that popped up on my Facebook memories this morning was me and the kids sitting down and coloring and painting and stuff. And as Monica has shared with us multiple times, how that helps her relax and restore. I know that it does the same for me, but I don't always take time. So Wednesday, February 9th, I will be taking time that day for a little self-care, self-love of coloring, drawing, whether anybody wants to get with me and we can do that together or we can do it online. But those are the things we're going to do the first 14 days of February. And then, like I said, February 15th, we're going to start a walking challenge. So those are some things that will be self-care. But I want to show you real quick. Those that have been in the last session of the masterclass, they know about the self-lymphatic flow, which is a self-care technique for our lymphatic system to get it moving. Okay. And so I do have on the weekly week at a glance, the self-care, because if you want to continue with that, if you already started it last session, or maybe you did a few of them, but you didn't get into a habit or routine, or if you're brand new, y'all, I took a course that cost me about $2,000 to learn this self-lymphatic flow technique that I teach in this bonus that you get as a bonus in this program. Okay. And so if you weren't part of the Exceptional Health Masterclass, you will have all of the bonus. And I went to the wrong part. Let me go over here. All the trainings I did last session are available to you. So if I go right here to lymphatic system, you can see view bonus. And you can do any of.
You're not sharing anymore.
I'm not. Thank you for telling me. It just popped up anyway, so you weren't missing much, but there it is. Can you see it now? Okay, so if you go to bonuses, this is what I clicked and then waited for it to bring it up. This is the lymphatic system, and it walks you through videos on the lymphatic system and how to do the self-lymphatic flow. So there's trainings in here and there's the techniques, okay, each week that you can do on your own as a bonus. We already did that, so I won't be teaching on it, but it is available to you to have. All right. Any questions? That is pretty much what we do here in the Exceptional Health Masterclass. You can do as little or as much as you want to do. It's available for you. In the first couple of weeks, we really start putting together a roadmap and a plan that's going to help you reach your goals. So you know what parts you want to make sure or you're adding to your day and what parts you might not be doing right now. It may be something you do in the next masterclass. One of the things that I have done this session, or I should say this year for 2022, is after our first masterclass, we found that a lot of the ladies that you see on here today were like, I don't want this to end. Can we keep doing this? And so I put a membership program. So what I'm doing this year is saying, if you think that you want more than just 10 weeks, you want to be a part of this for a year, I'm doing a subscription. So you can send me a message saying I'm in, or tell me more, or whatever you want to say in the message, and I'll let you know how you can pay a one-time fee and you get this training for life. Okay. Or if you want to pay a subscription and pay it in small increments for the year and be a part of it, we'll have 3 master classes this year. This one now starting in February, we'll do another one starting in June, and we'll have another one that will be in October. Okay. And Martha, I think she already left, but we'll get back with her. She is on her way to Florida. So, you know, we hope to see her Thursday. All right, ladies, that's what I've got for you. I'm here for questions, comments, any of that.
We just had an earthquake, Penny. Did you feel it? Oh my gosh, our whole house just shook.
No, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
My kids keep opening the door. I wonder if that's why they were opening the door. They were like,
Yeah.
is she still on? Can I tell her what's going on?
Yeah, it was freaky. Anyway, I have an appointment also. So I just wanted to say that I'm super excited to start the year off right. So thank you so much, Shauna, for always giving us your knowledge. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Welcome
And I
back.
meant to tell you, I love your hair.
Yeah,
So cute.
all gone.
All right. Have a good
All
appointment.
right. Thank you. See ya.
Bye. Good
Thursday.
to see you, Monica.
Thursday
Good to see
night,
you.
8 p.m. We're going to be talking about sugar detox.
Okay. See you then.
You did.
Bye-bye.
Anybody else?
I was just going to say that, like several people are leaving. Yeah, I've always enjoyed the classes, and I always learn. Jackie and I were talking about you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So Sean has taught us a lot of things and a lot of great stuff, and a lot of it I know to do. So being part of the class helps keep me motivated and encouraged, and so I always enjoy it and learn a lot.
Thank you, Mom. And we call her Mama Jonna because she's the mama. She's my mama, and she's Jonna. So you can call her whatever you want, but a lot of people been calling her Mama Jonna because that's what I call her.
So do I need to let you know that, or am I just staying the same, or what do I need to tell you?
Well, if you're telling me you're in, nothing changes because you're already on the subscription. So
Yeah, I mean, it's never going to change.
So yeah, but I checked Mark, so I make sure that you get get put into the 2022.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Penny. Anybody else have anything? This is y'all's time.
I can't wait to go on my trip, but dadgummit, I always hate missing out. FOMO next week.
Well, enjoy yourself.
I know.
But don't enjoy yourself so much that you come back not feeling well.
Been there, done that. I'm
I
over it.
Okay, good. I will say, like I said, me and my friend Karen getting together and enjoying cooking, and we had so much fun, y'all. Yeah. So sometimes we just have to change the way things look. And in the past, it was, going out to eat and, the dessert and all the different things. And we didn't miss that because there was a lot of talking going on in that kitchen while we were cooking and cleaning. And we just enjoyed each other and sat down. She is taking pictures of the food and sending it to her husband, and he was jealous. And, he's usually the cook in their household. And so it was fun. We had fun. So you're going to have fun, Penny.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But I'm still working on Christmas sugar and fat and all that. So I'm ready to start.
Yeah, ready to dive in. I get it. All right, ladies. Well, I appreciate you. Just to let you know, we try and keep this as close to an hour as possible. I as you know, love to talk, and it doesn't always happen. So an hour, a lot of people start having to come off, and I completely understand. Sometimes we go over a little bit more, but it's not usually something you need to watch in the replay. It's just making sure that I'm available to answer any questions. So I just want to let y'all kind of know on time wise, an hour is what we set aside, and then I'm here for a little bit of time after if we need to. I hear, I'm just going to share real quick. I hear some smoothie being made in the other room. My daughter and my son are starting this thing called 75 Hard today. And I said, we are going to do 75 Easy here in the Exceptional Health Masterclass. Not that it's not hard, because believe me, I understand when we first get off of sugar and some different things, it can be hard. But I don't want you to go into this thinking every day is going to be a hard day. My goal is to help make this as easy as possible, because it is hard. But I am very proud of my two that are putting some things into action. My daughter, as many of y'all have heard me say before, does not like water. There's days at 2 o'clock that she might complain of a headache. And I'm like, have you had any water? And she's like, well, yeah. And then she can't find a glass. And it's like, well, maybe not, you know. She is drinking a gallon of water a day, and it started today, but she started on Friday or Thursday or Friday, and she has done a gallon or more every day. And she bought her brother a jug similar to hers that he can get his gallon a day. And so he is going to do this with her. And it's a whole group of young adults, teenagers that are doing this together. None of them have made it through 75. Some of them have done it before and made it to day 30 or day 40. So I'm excited to see them. They're inspiring me. Their friend that got him to do it wanted my recipe guide because she had come over and had a meal with us one day and said that was good. Can I have that recipe? And I said, it's right here. So even some young adults are enjoying the sugar detox right along with us, which I think is pretty exciting. My daughter is saying that she's not doing any, they can pick any kind of diet that they want, and she's not doing any desserts or any drinks, because she and her friends like to stop at Starbucks. So the next 75 days is Starbucks is not going to be making money off of a bunch of kids. So that's exciting too. But we are going to work on making lifetime habit changes during the next 10 weeks so that when we get to the end of 2022, we say, man, this is what it looked like in January, and this is what it looks like in December, and pat ourselves on the back and say, good job. All right.
I need that recipe packet. Do I have that already, or?
You should have got an email, but it will be in Experientify on Thursday when I open that up for 2022. So if you want,
I want that waiting on me when I get home from Florida.
Okay. It will be inside of Experientify.
Okay.
All right. All right, ladies. I'll see you Thursday night at 8 p.m. Those of you that have messaged me that are not here, I'll be sending them the information they asked for. So I will see y'all later. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.